We're going to start now. Okay, recording. It's been a long day. I'm exhausted. Please forgive me. For the parents that want to stay on top of their kids, okay, today you should have done lesson 3. Show me in Savvis where your Math Excel is, where your lesson quiz is. Okay, it will show you, they all know how to get there. I promise. It'll show you that they've completed it, that it's in progress, and it will also show you the grade. For me personally, I want at least a 70 or higher on both. For the Math Excels, that's kind of a practice, and I'm going to give you a little demo of that. They can redo that as many times as they need to get the good grade. For the lesson quizzes, that I have to open manually for them after their first attempt, and they have 3 attempts on that one to get that 70 or higher. But again, that's something I have to do manually. Sometimes if they're in class, I'll open it right there. Otherwise, I always tell them, email me, because I'll forget. I have the best intentions, but I cannot remember anything. So this is probably the most important thing as far as tracking what's going on a daily basis, and exactly what assignments I'm expecting from them. Even if students just hate math, if they're keeping up with their assignments, there's no reason why they should not pass my class. So this is, like I said, the most useful tool that I offer, and it is in conjunction with that calendar that I showed earlier. Hold on, we're switching. Okay. As far as grades, like I said, I do all of my assignments for the week. I allow them time until Saturday at 11:59. Once Saturday at 11:59 hits, everything closes. And that's when I kind of start pulling grades. Technically Sunday morning, I'm not a night owl anymore. So what I do then on Sunday is I pull all the reports, I pull the grades, I do the calculations, and then I start entering them into PowerSchool. I know that some teachers, the kids take a quiz and they grade it and put it in right away. I don't do that. I'm just going to be very honest. If I give them the extra time to get the assignments, I would have to go back in several times to pull grades. It takes a lot of time. So I pull all of their grades on Sunday. Grades are updated on a weekly basis. If they're not done on Sunday, there's very few exceptions to that. Every once in a while it happens, and I'll usually put that in the email. Definitely by Monday, every grade will be updated. One of the other things I do that's a little bit different from other teachers is I offer something called error analysis. And so essentially, I don't like to think as an F as failing. An F is you haven't quite got it yet. Maybe, let's try again. So what I do is I offer error analysis to every student who receives less than a C. So anybody 69 or below has the option to do error analysis. And what error analysis is I'm going to show you really quick. Here we go. Toggle. Nope. Hold on. Oh, there we go. Okay. This is what the error analysis sheet looks like. So when I grade test for the first time, I just say, yes, it's right, or no, it's not right. For those that get the yes is right and they pass, they hit that 70%, awesome, you're good to go. For those that don't get 70, they get a chance to see the exact same test again. Like I said, I don't make any corrections on it. I give it back to them and I say, okay, try again. And they're only working on the questions that they did not get right the first time, and then they complete this sheet. So essentially they just tell me, which number are you redoing on the quiz? Why do you think you got it wrong? What are you doing differently this time? And then I have to see the work that supports the new answer. This is offered, like I said, to every single student. If they don't get at least a 70 on every single assessment, they have the option of error analysis. The only requirement, and this is where doing all those practice assignments comes in, the only requirement is they have to have done all of the practice to get the error analysis. So let's say they know it was practice. I'm so sorry. Give me 1 second. Toria, can you get him? Yes. My dogs are like, "Rah!" So let's say they decided not to do the math XLs and they don't pass the test. Before they're able to do error analysis, they need to go back and do the practice assignments that helped teach the lesson. It's very rare that a student who doesn't do any of the practice can pass the test the first time. That's why they have the practice. So if they're not doing that, in order to get error analysis, they're going to have to go back, do the practices, show me, okay, I'm working to learn this. I've got it now. Give me that test. I'm ready to prove that I know it. So again, that's the only caveat. They have to do the practice. If they've done all of the practices and they still failed, I always give them the option, hey, if you didn't pass, when I pull you in small group, ask me any questions that you have. We can go over certain things, what was confusing. If they don't understand why they got it wrong, I kind of talk them through it without just saying, this was the right answer. So they have that opportunity to earn a higher score. When you're checking PowerSchool, the original score will be there until error analysis is complete, and then I just will update the score that's in PowerSchool to the new score once they complete this. So they don't just get it for free. They got to show me that they earned it. But 9 times out of 10, when they get error analysis and they see it for the second time, they're like, oh my gosh, I made a simple mistake. Or, oh, that's right, I totally forgot. I was supposed to do this first and then this, and that. So giving them that second chance to kind of put eyes on it really kind of helps them, get the brain flowing. So error analysis is probably one of my favorite parts because I love when they have that aha moment and I hand them their paper back and I'm like, boom, you passed. All right, back to the PowerPoint. Again, if you have any questions, I know I'm kind of zooming through it. No pun intended. Zoom only gives us our free 40 minutes, not the unlimited like pandemic time. So I want to make sure I leave plenty of time for questions at the end. As far as communication goes, you guys should be receiving an email from me every Sunday. If you have not yet been receiving them, I ask that you first check your spam. But if you're here, obviously you're receiving them because that's how I sent the link. But if you have friends or if you have other emails that you added to the list and I told you they were added, just check the spam. A lot of times it likes to put me in spam. I don't know why. I take it personal. It's very rude. So I do send emails every Sunday. Students are going to get their personalized learning plans towards the end of Q1. I am going to start pushing out available conference dates. I use Sign Up Genius for everything. But email really is the best way for me to communicate because it's on my phone and I take my phone everywhere I go. I'm all over the place all the time. So if you need anything from me, shoot me an email. Even if it's, hey, I want to talk to you, shoot me an email saying you want me to call you. Tell me when you want me to call you and give me your phone number and I will do it. I've called parents on my way home from work. I've called parents on my lunch break. But email is just the best for me because I can be doing that while I'm doing, 17 other things. My email is there, but again, you guys should be getting it because you're here. So that's a good thing. Online resources. I did offer this password tracker type thing to all of the students. It's not impossible, but it's very hard to do a lot of like the hands-on with the kind of math that we're doing. So I use a lot of online resources because they have manipulatives that are, kid friendly for our concepts. So this just lists, the main one that I use is the Envision. Oops, sorry, we'll get to that later. The main one that I use is Envision. That's where most of their classwork is going to come from. I also utilize something called Edpuzzle, Boom Cards, Common Core Sheets. Imagine Math is the instructional software that the school insists on. Progress Learning, I'm learning how to do that. Khan Academy is another good one, and then Math Games. So a lot of these other resources will kind of be sprinkled into their center time. But, just so you're aware, these are also great resources for you guys at home, for parents. if they're struggling with a concept, most of these will have some way to help you help your child as well. I just want to be clear for the Imagine Math. I'm going to be blunt with you, just like I am with the kids. My deal with them is it's 3 a week. They have so much time in class. They have a success block every Tuesday just for Imagine Math lessons. They have to pass them, but 3 lessons a week is the requirement because the goal is that they hit 100 by the end of the school year. So if they do their 3 a week the first quarter and they continue to do their 3 week, we're good. Problem is if they're not doing it, then they're going to start seeing it in Power School. They're going to start seeing it as a mastery and they're going to get angry. And it's going to increase to 5 to backtrack for the ones that we've missed. Now, I will put them in Power School as a practice. So again, not hurting their grade, because as a mom, I would love it if there was a one-stop shop where I could just see everything that my kid is doing. So I put the Imagine Math in Power School just so you can see how they're doing on a weekly basis. Again, it doesn't affect their grade at this time. You'll see that it's out of 3 because that's the requirement for my class for right now. But they should not have any homework from me. If you've heard that, that is true. I don't give homework unless they talk too much, or technically if they don't finish their assignments, that's homework, and then the Imagine Math. So I don't actually give them anything else. Sometimes they earn it. Not my first period yet, but my other 2 have, unfortunately. But I don't actually give them anything to do so that they do have plenty of time to work on those Imagine Maths. Just so you guys are aware, parents, the kids know this. If they pass the pre-test, they pass the lesson. So I have tried to stress, and I will continue to stress, when they are taking those pre-tests, you take it with a piece of paper, with a pencil, and you take your time, because it's easier to pass the pre-test in 15 minutes than do the whole half-hour lesson. Now, if they need the lesson, that's why it's there. But if they know the concept, they're just being a little bit on the lazy side, they're going to be stuck doing the entire lesson. I have both genders. Okay, my son, my daughter will sit there and overthink everything. My son just zooms through it all. He's like, yeah, it's fine, whatever, I got it. And then I'm like, but you didn't pass. But yeah, it's fine, I'll get it next time. And I'm like, ugh. So I have both extremes. Okay, I'm trying to find a way to get our kids, your kids, but my babies now too, to meet somewhere in that middle where they're not zooming through everything, but I also don't want them stressing over it. Math, I love math, and I want them to hate it a little less if they don't already love it. Maybe they won't love it at the end of the year, but hopefully they hate it less. So now I'm going to switch over to the, let me see, hold on 1 second. I'm going to switch to Envision because I want to show you that. And then I think I'm done, but I just need to get it together on my end. Oh, okay. Let's see if it works. Let me see. Oh, it's going to make me, I had logged in and then it died. And so sorry, just bear with me. Oh, I think it's working. Come on, Clever. Yes. So for those of you that are not familiar, Savvis is where you can see all of their assignments. And I just want to explain the Math Excel because it literally makes me excited about math. The Math Excel is the practice that they all get for my class. But if you ever see them working on it at home because they didn't finish it for whatever reason, it is a very interactive platform. Which is why I love it. It makes my job a little bit easier, especially when I'm in a small group with students and I can't answer all the questions all the time. So I just kind of want to walk you through it so you are aware of the features that are there in case, like I said, you see them doing it at home. So the Math Excels are, I customize them because they're like 20 questions. I'm not that teacher. If you can't do it in 5, you're not going to be able to do it in 20. I don't need you to do something 20 times to prove you know it. But this is what the Math Excels look like for your students. And this was the first one that they had assigned to them. And so my favorite part about Math Excel and why I think it is the best thing in the world is because, oh, can you see the is 6.78778777? Can you see that screen before I get too excited? Okay. All right, carry on. These 3 buttons right here at the bottom. The first one says, help me solve this. And I showed them all in class, so they know they're there. And it will walk you through using the exact same question, how to solve that problem. If I'm a very visual person, I like to look at an example. If you notice, the example is very similar to the original problem. It just has different numbers. And this one, it tells you, like, it solves it for you. And it explains why, and, you know, it's fantastic. If after using those 2 tools, they're still stuck, Get More Help has a video that they can watch, the Envision animation. It has a glossary for terms. It offers a variety of tools. So essentially everything that they need per question is right here at the click of a mouse, or I guess iPad, but you know what I mean. So Envision is you know, pretty awesome in the way that they present out that information to students. They help them kind of help themselves. I have one that just left high school, one in high school. And the main thing that I found from previous students, from my own experiences, is high school is a whole other ballgame. We do, you know, we cater to them a little bit more than they're going to be catered to in high school. So I'm trying to offer a little bit of a balance. I'm still here to hold your hand and help you, but you also have to be responsible for your education as well. And so Envision kind of aligns with that, and it helps them help themselves, but I'm still here if you need me. I'm always, you know, I'm always around. So that, the other thing in Imagine Math, if they get the question wrong repeatedly, there is a live help as well, which is awesome, for, you know, for them to use too. So a lot of the programs that I use, Math Games does the same thing. If they get the question wrong, it'll show them a video and then it'll say, okay, try again. So all of these things, like I said, are mostly just for them to be at their best. I do have my wish list here, plug for the teachers. But other than that, I think I shared out the most important information. I could talk for days. Those that know me know that's true. But I wanted to kind of give you the highlights and the most important things. If you're able to donate, every $10 is every $10 is 1 volunteer hour. I'm trying to get this, I do a classroom incentive. If they've been talking to you about tickets, it's because they get tickets for you showing up tonight. Tickets are like their dollars to buy things in the store. So I want to fill the store. They need headphones. So there's a few items on there that are like, I'm desperate for. Mostly the headphones and filling the store. So now I'm going to stop sharing. I'm going to go to the chat. If you have not already, please, please, please put your student's name in the chat so they can get their tickets for you being here. I see a lot of student names. Anybody have, I got thumbs up. Woohoo! I'm assuming that means you can see what I was trying to show you, which is awesome. Yes, this is for pre-algebra. Oh, algebra. Okay. Valerie, Kirk. Okay. I don't see questions. Yay. Thank you. I try. I always say I try to be the teacher that I wish my kids had. I will blow up your emails. I will over communicate. I will do all of the things, just so you know what's going on. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and open it up. If you guys have a question, you can just unmute and ask. I love the support. If you know how to raise your hand, which I don't, I'm not judging. I'm just, you can put your little hand up. If you don't have, oh, thank you. If you don't have any questions, have a great night. But I'll be around until Zoom kicks me out. So I think I've said all the things I have to say. Oh, I hear somebody. Talk to me.
No, it's me.
Oh, hello. Oh, it went away. You're back.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I got you. Talk to me.
Okay. Oh, this is Siobhan Mosley's mom, Miss
Oh,
Mosley. And I just want to say, I love what I've seen so far, so it will be no reason for him to tell me that he got a F or anything like that.
oh,
Math is not his best subject.
that's okay.
We passed barely, like with a D, and then an F, and then all the makeup work towards the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
So with this being said, I'll make sure all the practice tests and everything is did, and I will explain to him that if he don't have a practice test done, that he will not be able to take advantage of what is it again?
The
Error analysis.
error analysis.
Yes. So
No
I'm looking
worries.
forward. I'm looking forward to
Same.
this. This might be wonderful, 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 wonderful for him. So I
Yeah,
look forward
I
to
hope
all the emails and everything. I'm excited.
I will be in your email. You'll be like,
Okay.
lady, leave me alone. Like, nope, I got another one. Here's another
he's
one.
he's very quiet. He's very
Yes.
quiet, and that's been one of the things I always tell him. But if you don't understand something, you have to let the teacher know.
Yeah.
He's very quiet, very conservative. He'll sit and then he'll
I'll
watch,
get
and
him.
then
Don't worry.
he's very quiet. Okay,
Don't Well,
okay.
I got lucky because obviously I'm not. So I'm a very loud, rambunctious person. Um, and my son is just like me. And then I had my daughter, and she is my
Mhm.
sister to a T, quiet, reserved. So through having a child like that, I'm like, okay, I
Mhm.
can be a lot, but you
Mhm.
know, why? I'll get him. Don't worry.
He's very quiet, very, very,
Yeah,
very. I don't know if you noticed. I know y'all been in class. He's not gonna say too much of anything.
yeah,
Only if somebody asks him something, then he's gonna say something. But other than that, he's very, very quiet. He has always been since he was a baby.
yeah.
So I think it's something that we working on. And well, how old he is now? 13 years old, and personality is
Uh,
still the same.
she's still the only time my daughter will be loud is if she's cheering. Other than that, you won't hear boo from her. I hear it all. Don't get me wrong. She's still my child. But
Yeah,
in public and school,
yeah,
she's every teacher's like, oh, she's so
yeah.
quiet. She does, and I'm like, mm-hmm.
That's how I am. Okay, so I'm not gonna hold up. I'm gonna let the next parent get in.
All
And I
right.
look forward to seeing you and speaking
Same.
to you. I'm
I'm
there. I'm gonna
always
check
here
out
for
the
you.
wish list now.
Yay!
Okay.
Woohoo!
Bye bye.
Bye. Park will be fine. He's gonna pass. I promise. I promise. I'm gonna get him. The good thing about me is I've been there since it started. I've known most of these kids for years, so the nonsense that they do with other people, I am not the one. Nobody else has any questions, comments, concerns? Oh, I love it. This is like my favorite meeting.
I wanted to ask you, how's Marcus in
He's
your
fine.
class?
He's
He's
fine.
fine?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Oh
because I got to be on top of him. So I'm glad that you did this so I know what they
yeah.
expected.
Listen, every parent is different. Every kid is different. Like, here's all the information. Take it, use it however you need. But you know I'll call you. But Marcus has been fine.
Okay, then.
He
Jeffrey?
Oh, you know she's fine. She's been busy before. She's like, oh, again.
I just want to make sure, like, if they're like falling behind, like if they don't get it, because they see Miss Kane too.
Yes.
To keep me.
And her and I work very closely together because her and I have been there for forever. So she knows everything that I'm doing. She knows exactly how my class runs. She pushes in. So
Okay.
her and I are in sync. And really the best, like, check that Power School. And if you know, wait, there's some zeros, boom. I try to send an email out once I update the grades, just letting parents know if unfortunately the bad one, like, okay, right now they have this, this, and this. I don't always get to that part, but check that Power School. If you see something missing, it's a quick email. Miss Snow,
Okay, then.
They're doing it tomorrow. Make sure they know that. You know what I mean?
All right,
I'm not worried.
all right, thank you.
You're so very welcome. Have a great night.
You too, bye-bye.
Bye.
Good evening, Miss Stone. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. This is Amari Wright's mom. How is he doing?
Oh, listen, we're best friends. He might not admit it, but we're best friends.
He's doing good.
Listen, he has his little corner seat. He's right up in the front. He's always answering questions. I mean, he's on it. He's on it. So
Last year wasn't his best year, and I even had to get tutoring, and it was a bad year. He failed almost the whole year, and then had to go to summer school. But I can't have that this year.
it's not going to be an issue. He's very, very bright. I
He
haven't graded the
is.
first quizzes yet, but I think one day, and it was probably one of the talking procedure days, which are the most boring days, I'm not gonna lie. He was like putting his head down and stuff, but when I'm teaching math, I'm also loud. I'm all over the place. So like, but he's right there with me. He's on it.
I just need him to be on
So-
top of his A game because this year's very serious. Like I told him, next year's high school, and I can't afford him for him to fall behind and then go to high school lost. I can't. We can't do that.
Absolutely. And you're always welcome to like shoot me an email, ask me
Yes.
how it's going. I honestly like, I feel bad because I will be like, oh, I'm going to email mom. And then a butterfly flies by and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's so pretty. And then it's gone from my head. So,
Yeah.
but if there's an issue, I'm going to reach out. But please, like,
Please.
email
Yes.
me. How was his week? You want to
Yes.
send me with a paper, like whatever works for you. I'm here for it. But I could tell you as of right now, he's with me every step of the way, answering questions. He gets mad when I don't pick him. I'm like, I can't play favorites, man. I gotta pick other people. Like he's with
Okay.
me. So
Okay. I
keep
appreciate
that
that. Thank
momentum
you.
going.
Please. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
You're
Thank
so
you.
very welcome.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye. My phone is going crazy. Oh, yes, okay. Anybody else? It could just be like a general question. Have a good night. I always am the last to leave because that's just how I am, but I'm going to stop sharing. DJ is fine. Let me make sure. Yes, DJ is fine. He sits at the table in the front. I'm going to move him for right now, but same thing. I don't have issues right now. The main issue that I have is just not with him, just in general, is talking. They just talk. And I can tell that like I stop to take a breath and it's like a full blown conversation. They're needing to learn, you know, when and when not to. But as far as like individual students, I have no issues right now. Right now, it's early. I'm going to I'm going to start rubbing them the wrong way because I'm always loud and obnoxious and they're not always in the mood for it. But, as of right now, you know, super happy. DJ's been great. Crazy smart too. Crazy smart. All right, let's see. I don't think I missed anything else in the chat. All right. Oh, one message. I hope so. I'm excited. Oh, I saw about Nakai earlier. Same thing. Like I said, no individual issues. Quiet, but I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him. I heard he's not always quiet. It's just special for me. So I'm on him though. I'm on him. I'll get them all. Ay, ay, ay. Hey, no, eat your rope. No question, but I would like to say, yay, me too. Oh, they better. They better. I told him I will hug fight in the hallway, 3 o'clock. Don't mess with me. So, oh, thank you. I'm hoping. Generally it works if they put in the time and the effort, you know. And like I said, hopefully they hate it a little less when they leave, or they love it, but you know, math is not for everyone. I'm aware of that. All right. Let's see. I lost all my buttons. There they go. All right, 2 left.